I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, and how he was acting, being that, me, I'm a real individual. I just felt like, we was all cool at one point in time.
Now remember this. No, I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight.
24 world champions, 5 divisions conquered, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because he's undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fought great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford.
In a live interview, Terence Crawford spoke with confidence about Floyd Mayweather and his own place in history. He declared that Floyd's time in boxing has already passed and made it clear that this is his era now. Crawford stressed that Mayweather's reign is over and insisted that the spotlight should be on him as the current face of the sport. Speaking with certainty, he positioned himself as the fighter carrying boxing forward for today's generation.
Broadcast for Jake and Tyson, and some people like the likes of Carl Froch viewed that as an endorsement. Like, look, man, I'm just working. It's a big opportunity to be on Netflix. I didn't put the fight together. I'm not paying these guys. So, let's chill out. But all right, I'm not going to poo-poo this. I just don't know what CSI is. And the way it was presented made me think that there was like a secondary press release to come, that they'll be involved in like some sort of like virtual boxing thing. Like, it just didn't seem real. You know why it didn't seem real? I'll tell you why. There's no date attached to it. There's no venue attached to it. Forget rules. Exhibition, not exhibition, weight. I mean, here's a guy who fought a heavyweight fighting forget all that. These things can get figured out, the fine details. The fact that it was announced, why announce something with no date or location attached to it? What's the point? Unless you're just trying to get people excited and trying to get them, trying to get some investors or something like that.
But maybe also testing the waters. If the response was overwhelmingly positive, maybe you go, okay, we move forward. If the response is muted or negative, maybe you go, okay, we're not going to actually do this. You lob it out there as a way to pull the public, and then make an adjustment.
You don't think it happens?
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero, after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul, I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again.
Mayweather reminded fans that he schooled Canelo Alvarez even when he was already older, proving his skill and experience. He argued that Terence Crawford beating Canelo should not be considered such a monumental accomplishment since both of their signature wins came against the same opponent. For Floyd, this shows that his victory remains the greater achievement, and Crawford's triumph does not place him above Mayweather's legacy.
Canelo is a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same. Now remember this. No, I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight. And now what y'all gonna say? Well, now he got what? I don't know how many fights he got.
Analysts argue that Terence Crawford cannot yet be compared to Floyd Mayweather because he does not hold the flawless 50-0 record that Floyd proudly carries. They believe that to truly surpass Mayweather in greatness, Crawford must do more than simply defeat skilled opponents like Canelo Alvarez. One common suggestion is that Crawford should move up in weight and face David Benavidez, a dangerous and physically imposing fighter. Beating Benavidez would not only show Crawford's fearlessness but also prove his ability to conquer one of the toughest challenges in boxing today. Without such a victory, experts claim Crawford will never be seen on the same level as Mayweather, no matter his current accomplishments.
Floyd's legacy is 50-0, 24 world champions, 5 divisions conquered, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in age because it's undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fought great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford, but both of their best wins are Canelo Alvarez. Canelo was a younger, greener Canelo when Floyd beat him. Bud beat an older, slower, but more seasoned Canelo. Now, Bud's not going to surpass Floyd because of the record. He's not going to make 50-0. Bud has to separate himself. What he has to do is do something that Floyd didn't do. Take on the challenges that people are scared for you to take. Just that's what separates Leonard and Durant from the rest. If Bud Crawford beats David Benavidez, he will surpass Floyd Mayweather as far as on the all-time list. As of right now, if Bud Crawford retires, I would have somewhere around the top 5, top 7.
Trainer Robert Garcia sees things differently. He believes Terence Crawford is unlikely to risk his legacy by stepping in the ring with David Benavidez. According to Garcia, Crawford is a smart fighter who understands how to secure his place in history without exposing himself to unnecessary danger. Benavidez holds a massive size advantage and poses a real threat that could end Crawford's unbeaten streak. For Garcia, the risk outweighs the reward because Crawford already owns an incredible resume and does not need to prove himself by fighting someone outside his natural division. This outlook reflects the ongoing debate between chasing legacy-defining risks versus preserving a nearly perfect career.
There's no way. Crawford just got the biggest win in his career and one of the biggest wins in history. He doesn't need to go out there and risk. But it is too big, too strong. We don't want to see a champion do so much and accomplish so much and then end his career with a bad choice, a bad fight that he shouldn't take. I wouldn't do it.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, shared his opinion that while Terence Crawford clearly outboxed Canelo Alvarez, it should not be treated as the ultimate measuring stick. He pointed out that Canelo was not the same fighter he once was, noting that Alvarez no longer had the sharpness or punching power of his prime. Jeff explained that before this fight, many doubted Crawford and criticized his competition. Yet even after beating Canelo, some still downplay his achievement. According to Jeff, the victory was impressive but must be placed in context. Canelo was not at his peak, and therefore the win does not automatically elevate Crawford above all criticism. 6.
Canelo knocks him out in the first half of the fight because he couldn't handle the power. And obviously that proved not to be, or to be the case, that Crawford could definitely handle the power. Were you surprised that, it didn't look like, maybe once or twice looked like maybe Crawford felt it, but never in any kind of real trouble?
I don't think that Canelo really hit him. I mean, he hit him a couple times clean, but Crawford, is a big guy too. Crawford took it like nothing. You can have a few times. Canelo took it as basically. At the end of the day, they both took decent shots from each other. But Crawford just didn't get hit as much as Canelo.
You think that was, a case of, you can't, Canelo's a guy that's not out there throwing huge combinations. Like he's, more of a, punch at a time kind of guy, and that's not going to work against someone as slick and talented as Bud Crawford.
Yeah, he basically, Canelo was just one big shot, and then a big shot. Crawford wasn't having it. And Crawford had time to say, I just say to himself, I need to, do a little more work, basically. And it seemed like he just did that.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. gave a sharp critique of Floyd Mayweather's legacy. He argued that outside of his fight with Canelo Alvarez, Floyd did not always face the very best opponents of his era while they were in their prime. Jones questioned how Mayweather is so often called the greatest when much of his resume features fighters who were smaller, older, or past their best years. He suggested that the legend surrounding Mayweather is inflated compared to what he truly accomplished. For Roy Jones Jr., while Floyd's undefeated record is historic, the quality of opposition and timing of his fights leaves room for debate, especially when comparing him to versatile fighters like Terence Crawford.
Floyd Mayweather, top 5?
No, not in my book. No,
not even top 10?
Maybe top 10 in my book, yeah, but not
maybe
top 10. Maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight, don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is. Well, I understand, I know you're a Floyd fan, but here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he's going to prison when he get through. And then to take it even further,
he fought Cotto.
Cotto was not on his level.
Wait.
See, stop. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question.
Cotto already was done. And Cotto is an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto's not an all-time great in boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Right? So that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Pacquiao. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Toney before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Toney?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So my point is, you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them best two names you can pull up besides
No,
Canelo?
what I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't fight?
So my point is, I'm not gonna say who
because I can't name a person.
I'm not gonna say who would have beat Floyd. Like I said, I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was obviously equal. He didn't fight a James Toney. He didn't go looking for a James Toney.
Another analyst drew attention to the difference between popularity and pure skill. He admitted that Floyd Mayweather's worldwide fan base is unmatched, built on his perfect record and massive pay-per-view success. However, when it comes to talent alone, he suggested that Terence Crawford could surpass Floyd. Crawford's natural southpaw ability, paired with his rare gift of switching stances seamlessly mid-fight, allows him to adapt to any opponent. This adaptability has led many to argue that Crawford's technical abilities might even be greater than Mayweather's. The debate raises a larger question in boxing. Should greatness be measured by fame and numbers, or by raw skill and adaptability inside the ring?
Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Who wins this fight? I'm going with Terence Crawford, and I don't think that's unpopular or crazy to say. I think most people will agree with me. I understand Floyd Mayweather has a lot of fans out there, but the truth is, as great as Floyd Mayweather is, Terence Crawford is one of one. And I say that because who else has knockout power in both hands, is able to switch stances between orthodox and southpaw so seamlessly while having great footwork? It's not like Terence Crawford is some stationary target or a flat-footed fighter that's going to be chasing Floyd around. Terence Crawford knows how to cut the ring off. He has tremendous ring IQ. And not only is he a great boxer, but he's a great fighter. He'll be able to make it dirty. If he is on the inside with Floyd, that power will carry him far. And I just don't see how Floyd will be able to beat a Terence Crawford. I really don't see it. I understand Floyd's defense is incredible, but he is smaller than Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford would have a significant reach advantage on Floyd Mayweather. I believe Terence Crawford would also be taller than Floyd Mayweather, as well as all the skillful and technical aspects of what I just laid out prior. So I don't understand how anybody could pick Floyd Mayweather to beat Terence Crawford. Styles make fights, and I believe Terence has the style to beat one Floyd Mayweather. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. Join the discussion, subscribe for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.